The killer script building technique. Hi guys, my name's Deepak Shukla, founder at Pearl Lemon Sales. The killer script building technique. Hi guys, my name's Deepak Shukla, founder at Pearl Lemon Sales, and today in day number 74 of 119 days of cold calling training, we're going to be going through the killer script building technique. Okay? But before we get into it, feel free to click the link below to get access to 17 additional strategies that are not shared in this training. Right, so with the killer script building technique, I want to talk about the reality that for the quicker that you get on the phone, the more refined your actual pitch is going to be, okay? The better you're going to really learn how to build a damn good script. And the reason for that is what not being on the phone is no replacement for is real-time experience. So the biggest thing that often happens as a problem when you're trying to, for example, build a script is that you're building it in isolation, okay? I see a lot of people spend a lot of time building a script when ultimately, without real world testing, what happens is the script becomes constrained. You limit your ways of thinking about stuff. And as discussed in the script by notes approach, that if you build up the company history, company information, all of the background detail, and then just jump onto the phones, okay? That's the key part there. Jump onto the phones with just the script by notes approach, and then you'll be much more likely to build a killer script, because for sure the first few calls are going to be a bit disastrous, if you will, because you're not going to have a sense of kind of, the structure and the way that the script is meant to be run as such. But as you fumble around and as you go between some of the company history, stats, notes, the objective of the call, you're going to really expand your ability to draw from different strands of your actual notes, and it's going to ultimately allow you to build a much better script. What often tends to happen is that you'll go out and you'll put together a script using, the script by heart approach instead of looking at the script by notes. And when you build the script by heart approach, it's almost as if word for word you know what the script is, and therefore it doesn't allow you to really and truly build a killer script. And a killer script is what you're looking for. A killer script is what you want, and the way that you do that is through experimentation at the beginning, by looking at the full range of resources you've got in terms of notes about the company, and using that you'll get onto the call. There'll be a little bit of spitballing, a little bit of figuring things out on your feet, and it's nerves that often prevent someone from really actually doing this, instead of thinking, right, I need to build a script, I need to build the perfect script. Okay, so this is really a powerful way to ultimately build the script, because you're going to have a much wider ultimate range that you work from. This is how I build my scripts. Okay, I will write something verbally in my head once I understand what the company does or what the product is, and then I'll basically say, okay, right, screw it, let me just jump onto a call and figure it out as I go along. Okay, and that's the part that's important. When I get onto calls and I figure it out as I go along, there's definitely some more nerves, but when I've got some of these notes in front of me, I'm able to just pull from different things, and in the end I end up getting a script that's just a bit more fit for the real world. And to be honest with you, the other element of this also is that the more you get into doing something like this, and this is the other upside if you're thinking, well, no, I want to research and then I want to just write a proper script. But the other upside of this is, what do you do when the script you're using doesn't work? How do you quickly create a new script? What about when you're calling into a different industry and the same USPs no longer apply? There's going to be continual script changes, okay, continuously, depending upon how you're approaching it. And at every moment, then you'll need to go back, do research, and engage in the script by heart approach. Now, of course, once you've got a foundation using the script by notes approach, it's going to be easier to build it out into a killer script. But if you go from script by notes to killer script, you're going to, just generally speaking, find it easier to build out scripts in general. So I definitely advocate that put some notes together and then just jump on the phones. And the biggest key here is just to deal with your nerves and quieten the noise of, well, what about, I don't have this quite down, I don't have that quite down. Quieten that quieten that part of your voice, the voice in your head down, and you just say, screw it, I'm going to jump on the phones and I'm just going to start pitching basically and seeing what happens. And you will pleasantly surprise yourself when it comes to your ability to actually pitch based upon the notes that you've got. And in this way, you will quickly build a killer script, because your ability to pull from different resources, because you'll be forced to, because you won't know the answers to some of the questions, will be highly effective. And it will mean that it's also going to be a lot more lateral if you've got all of those notes in front of you, as to, the one page of cheat sheet, all of the facts and figures about the company, a one figure cheat sheet about services and the like. And once you've got all of that on a page, you can jump onto the phones and just see what happens, and you'll find that you'll come out at the end of it with a killer script. And as we spoke about the script, let me just find the training that I'm referring to. Bear with me. Yeah, in training, day number 26, the script versus the transcript approach, you can then go ahead, of course, and listen back to your call, and you'll find that you'll have the makings of an absolutely killer script. So combining the script by notes approach with the killer script building technique, with the script versus the transcript, is going to give you a powerful technique for closing appointments over the phone.